Napoleon Bonaparte, a name that resonates through history as both a symbol of power and a subject of controversy. From his humble beginnings on the island of Corsica to his rise as Emperor of the French, Napoleon's life is a tale of ambition, strategy, and unrelenting drive. This is the story of a man who reshaped Europe, leaving an indelible mark on the world. Early life. Napoleon Bonaparte was born on August 15, 1769 in Ajaccio, Corsica. The son of a minor noble family, he grew up in a turbulent political environment. Corsica had recently been annexed by France, and the island's inhabitants grappled with their new identity. This tension would shape young Napoleon's worldview. As a child, Napoleon excelled in academics, especially mathematics and history. At the age of 9, he left Corsica to study at a prestigious military academy in mainland France. Here, he faced discrimination for his Corsican accent and origins. However, these hardships only fueled his determination to succeed. By the age of 16, he graduated as a second lieutenant in the French artillery. The rise of a general. The French Revolution, which began in 1789, was both a challenge and an opportunity for Napoleon. As the old order crumbled, the young officer aligned himself with the revolutionary ideals of liberty, equality, and fraternity. His loyalty and tactical brilliance earned him rapid promotions. Napoleon's first major triumph came in 1793 at the Siege of Toulon. Tasked with reclaiming the city from royalist forces backed by the British, he devised an innovative strategy that secured a decisive victory. This success propelled him to the rank of brigadier general at just 24 years old. His career continued to ascend during the Italian campaign of 1796-1797. Leading a ragtag army against the well-equipped Austrian forces, Napoleon's genius for strategy became evident. He employed swift movements, unexpected attacks, and the element of surprise to outmaneuver his enemies. Each victory bolstered his reputation, and by the campaign's end, he had established himself as one of France's most celebrated generals. The Egyptian expedition. In 1798, Napoleon embarked on an ambitious campaign in Egypt, aiming to disrupt British trade routes and expand French influence. Though his military success was mixed, the expedition had significant cultural and scientific impact. Napoleon brought along scholars and scientists, leading to the discovery of the Rosetta Stone, which would later unlock the secrets of ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. Despite these achievements, the campaign's failures, including the destruction of the French fleet by the British at the Battle of the Nile, forced Napoleon to return to France. Upon his return, he found the nation in political chaos, setting the stage for his next dramatic move. Seizing power. By 1799, the French Republic was on shaky ground. Political infighting, economic troubles, and external threats plagued the government. Sensing an opportunity, Napoleon staged a coup d'etat on November 9, 1799, known as the Coup of 18 Brumaire. With the support of loyal troops and political allies, he dissolved the existing government and established the consulate, naming himself First Consul. Under Napoleon's leadership, France stabilized. He implemented sweeping reforms, including the Napoleonic Code, which modernized French law and influenced legal systems worldwide. He also restructured the economy, built infrastructure, and re-established the Catholic Church's role in French society through the Concordat of 1801. Emperor of the French in 1804. Napoleon crowned himself Emperor of the French in a grand ceremony at Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. By placing the crown on his own head, he symbolized that his authority came from his achievements, not divine right. As emperor, Napoleon's ambition knew no bounds. He embarked on a series of military campaigns across Europe, collectively known as the Napoleonic Wars. His victories at battles like Austerlitz and Jena Auerstedt demonstrated his unparalleled tactical brilliance. At its height, his empire stretched from Spain to Russia, dominating much of the European continent. However, his aggressive expansionism also sowed the seeds of his downfall. Resistance from Britain, Spain, and Russia, coupled with the economic strain of constant warfare, began to take a toll. Russian campaign and decline. In 1812, Napoleon made the fateful decision to invade Russia. Initially confident of a swift victory, he underestimated the harshness of the Russian winter and the resilience of his adversaries. The Russians employed a scorched earth strategy, depriving Napoleon's grand army of resources. The catastrophic retreat from Moscow decimated his forces, marking a turning point in his fortunes. Following the Russian debacle, Napoleon faced growing opposition from a coalition of European powers. In 1814, he was forced to abdicate and was exiled to the island of Elba. Yet the story of Napoleon was far from over. The 100 Days in Waterloo in 1815, Napoleon escaped from Elba and returned to France. His dramatic return, known as the 100 Days, saw him regain power and rally the French people once more. However, his resurgence was short-lived. On June 18, 1815, Napoleon faced the combined forces of Britain and Prussia at the Battle of Waterloo. Despite his strategic ingenuity, he was ultimately defeated. This marked the end of his reign and the Napoleonic Wars. Exile and legacy. After his defeat at Waterloo, Napoleon was exiled to the remote island of Saint Helena in the South Atlantic. Here, he spent the final years of his life reflecting on his legacy and dictating his memoirs. He died on May 5, 1821, at the age of 51, under mysterious circumstances that some attribute to arsenic poisoning. Napoleon's legacy is complex. To some, he was a tyrant who sought to dominate Europe through relentless warfare. To others, he was a visionary leader who modernized governance, championed meritocracy, and inspired countless individuals with his audacious rise from obscurity. Napoleon Bonaparte, a man of contradictions, was both a revolutionary and an emperor, a conqueror and a reformer. His life story is a testament to the heights of human ambition and the costs of overreach. As we look back on his legacy, we see not just the shadow of an empire, but the enduring influence of a man who dared to reshape the world. This was the story of Napoleon Bonaparte, a name that will forever echo through the annals of history.